G'day Team T-Rex, it was great to meet you all on the weekend. We had a lot of fun doing your tests, and I hope you enjoyed the experience. By now you'll have been sent your information. There's a lot of numbers there, of course, but also some graphs. Your numbers are something that your coaches and nutritionists, people like that, are going to put into place for you. That's their domain, but I just want to briefly run through some of the information in some of the graphs you will have received also. So you've got your resting metabolic rate and your overall fuel burning ability, VO2 max graphs that came through, and they're kind of an indicator of how big your engine is. And look, it was awesome to see on the day that every single one of you had a VO2 max in the elite category. It's not often that you get to do a day of testing and every single person has that. So good work to all of you there. Not surprising to see a lot of you higher than predicted on your resting energy expenditure. That's how many calories your body burns a day, and we kind of expect athletes to be a little bit higher on that because of their better muscle mass. So yeah, all very good here. Now we come down to your exercise fat burning ability and your resting fat burn percentage, and these are obviously your measures of your ability to burn fat. Your resting fat burn percentage is very important because people who have a high resting fat burn percentage are less prone to fatigue problems, manage their weight easier, tend to recover better from hard sessions and big training blocks, during big training blocks. So that's definitely something you want to be high at, and doing the training that you're doing. If all else is in place, nutrition, those sorts of things, that tends to be high. If you're a little bit overtrained, your resting fat burning percentage can drop and be low. If your nutrition isn't quite right, then that can be a problem as well. So if you're low on that, you definitely want to get some nutrition advice. Your exercise fat burning ability, that's really your endurance. The more fat you burn while you're exercising, the less carbohydrate you burn, so the less likely you are to sort of hit the wall in an event. You can have a very high VO2 max and low fat burning ability, and that will affect your ability to do endurance sports, especially the longer Ironman, half Ironman distance triathlons. So if you're low here, you definitely want to work on building that exercise fat burning ability up, and again want to implement some things into your training program and your nutrition to try and improve that, because the higher that is, generally the better you'll go. Really elite Ironman triathletes tend to be very high on both of these measures. Okay, so another graph you'll have seen there on the files you were sent through is your fat carbohydrate graph. Let's take all this down. Hopefully the whiteboard doesn't fall away. So you've got a graph there that is heart rate, fat, and carb. And what we generally see happen, or what we like to see happen, is your fat burning start off, go up a little, and then come down right at the end, and your carb burning sit along the bottom here and come up very late. Now obviously the higher this fat burning line goes, the better. The higher the fat burning line goes, the lower your carbohydrate burning line stays, and means that you can preserve carbohydrate during endurance sports like the really long triathlons. If you're able to get a really high reading up here and not so good on the fat burning reading, you might be better at shorter distance stuff, and you might also be better in events that involve some drafting, things like that. Ideally you want this point where these two lines cross to be over to the right here as much as possible. Okay, so there's a couple of pointers. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks very much. It was awesome to meet you all. we had a great time.